What's up, Interceptor crew? You're locked into chaos at top speed. From wild police chases to jaw-dropping takedowns, we bring you the most intense, edge-of-your-seat moments ever caught on camera. If you're chasing the rush, you've landed in the right place. Buckle up. It's go time. August 18th, 2024, Andre T. Hunter decided Washington Street was his personal speedway, flooring it in a red Dodge Ram like he was chasing a movie deal. He weaves through traffic like he's allergic to staying in one lane. No signals, no caution, just chaos.
Tom X-ray, 81 Henry, Adam Tom X-ray, 81 Henry. One occupant, black male driver with dreads. Speeds at 37. Can you get behind me? I want a PVI.
Officers line up the perfect takedown. One slick move, and his truck somersaults off the road like it's auditioning for a demolition derby. And Andre? Dude walks out cool as ever, cracks open a bush beer like he's at a backyard barbecue.
Call up here to me, hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Walk up here, hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Cops move in and lock it down. Andre ends up with a sore shoulder and a solid collection of charges. Drunk driving, suspended license, and cruising with an open beer like it's totally legal. Moral of the story? If your getaway plan involves beer and bad decisions, don't be surprised when the road ends in cuffs. July 18th, 2024. Trooper A. Cass clocks a black four-door flying down I-630 doing 77. So far, just a speeding ticket, right? Wrong. Behind the wheel is Becca Smith. No license, no registration, no insurance. The trifecta of I shouldn't be driving. As Cass runs her info, boom! Becca hammers the gas. And just like that, we've got a full-blown pursuit. She's running lights, blowing stop signs, and punching it past 100 like she's in a video game.
Pleasant Valley Drive. Speeds are at 70.
But Cass isn't playing. He lands a clean pit, slams her into a guardrail, and the car flips into the median, sending the real driver flying. She gets a quick trip to the hospital and a guaranteed one-way ticket to jail right after. Takeaway? When your paperwork's non-existent, don't add felony evasion to the mix.
You okay?
Yeah. She was moving in that car.
Juvenile or?
No. Well, the date of birth she gave me has her as an adult. She works at Children's. I think she's at least 18, but...
September 4th, 2024, Littleton, Colorado, 2:30 a.m. It's the middle of the night and chaos is clocking in early.
Bellevue, 305.
5 David 3-2, they just lost the trailer.
Deputies respond to a break-in at a salvage yard, and guess who's behind it? 29-year-old Brenton behind the wheel of a stolen Toyota Tundra, acting like he just spawned into Grand Theft Auto. He peels out, and the chase is on, flying through the streets like he's got cheat codes.
73, still riding on the wheel.
83, you're riding on the wheel, 309.
Do you want to get your car up here?
I do 3-2, east of Fairfax, speeds of 70.
East of Fairfax, speeds of 70.
I do 3-2, speeds of 70. And they're firing shots, I believe.
Speeds of 70, firing shots at 309.
But reality hits hard near Village Greens Park, where Brenton wrecks out and the stolen Tundra calls it quits.
We're working on right on security. The car pushed down, I think, south. But
Lesson? You can't shoot your way out of a felony when your ride's stolen and the cops are already on scene. Game over, Brenton. July 19th, 2022. Mulberry, Arkansas. Say hello to Robert Regal, or whatever name he's using today. He's rolling in a rented Chevy Silverado with a buddy up front and a pregnant woman in the back. Classy. When cops try to pull him over, Robert takes off. And his excuse? My brain tumor made me do it. Yep, that's a new one. The chase kicks off at 7:20 p.m. and hits full send for 12 wild minutes.
3283, RNC, 3283.
Okay, U-turn. We're making a U-turn. We're going back. It's down on 64. We're going to do quad risks. Miles, go ahead and pin them. It's got a Texas 28 newer model Chevy Silverado pickup. Don't pin them towards median. 21.
One trooper lines up a pit, but Robert jukes it like he's in a Fast and Furious sequel.
We're back eastbound on 64. 21, you may have to get up there. I don't know if I'm going up to exit Yeah, we're eastbound 64, coming towards Mulberry. We continued on past the Dollar General speed table.
Get out of my way.
The truck has driver's side damage now from my pit. He's passing somebody on the right shoulder. Speed 62. I need a charge here. This guy's got too much. Speed's 100. Past the wall break. Okay, roll over. Correction, you got him pitted out. Pitted out.
Hands up! Hands up! Get your hands up!
Turn away. Turn away.
Go to the other side. Go to the other side. Hands up. As high as you can get them to the roof. Hey.
Good job, guys.
I don't hear no excuse.
Eventually, the Silverado eats pavement, and then comes the name game. Robert cycles through aliases like he's auditioning for witness protection. Meanwhile, the pregnant passenger claims she doesn't even know them, just hopped in through her boyfriend. Yikes. Where were they going? No clue. But if Robert's tumor is calling the shots, it's got a serious need for speed.
Yeah, my knees killing me.
January 2nd, 2023. East Point, Georgia, 10:35 a.m. Georgia State Patrol and East Point PD are tag teaming to reel in 19-year-old fugitive Matthew Gaskins, a one-man chaos machine wanted across multiple jurisdictions. Today, he's behind the wheel of a stolen Jeep Grand Cherokee, boxed in on Washington Road. But instead of surrendering, he hits the gas and goes full backyard off-roader. Troopers throw pits at him like confetti, but Gaskins dodges every hit like it's a demolition derby. He slams into a few civilian cars along the way, racking up damage and charges. Eventually, he gets trapped in a parking lot. One final pit slams him into a power pole. And just like that, game over. Jeep totaled, chase done. Moral? You can outrun a red light. You can't outrun the Georgia State Patrol.
That was nuts. Dude, that was wild. Up in there, I thought he was gonna flip it. Yeah. But we couldn't do nothing but keep pushing him.
May 30th, 2018, Hudson, Wisconsin. Cassidy Mickey, 33, is behind the wheel of a stolen truck and acting like he's got something to prove. After swiping it from a dealership near Deer Park, he leads police on a wild chase through multiple towns, turning a quiet neighborhood into his personal off-road course. He narrowly avoids a T-bone crash, then cuts through someone's driveway like he's in Monster Jam.
Behind the residence at 827 Highlander at 1120.
But it all ends when Trooper Lutain Standard lines up the shot and ends it with one clean pit. Cassidy's joyride, over. He was hit with burglary, reckless endangerment, and more, though 9 charges vanished with a plea deal. Still, he's staring down 10 years. 5 in prison, 5 on supervision. Was the truck worth it? Unless it came with a hot tub and free Wi-Fi, probably not. Near Harrison, Arkansas, U.S. Highway 65, a deputy clocks a car doing 80 in a 45. Yeah, that's not just speeding, that's please chase me energy. Lights and sirens flip on and it looks like the driver's pulling over, so the deputy kills the siren. Big mistake. The driver fakes the stop and keeps rolling. Now it's game time. He cuts through neighborhoods, rips down Cass Road, thinking he's clever, until the deputy lands a textbook pit maneuver.
He went through a pit.
The car spins out and gets locked in by the push bar. Backup swoops in, and the suspect gets yanked out. Zero resistance. Lesson: if you're gonna fake a stop, be ready for a real takedown.
It's up to you guys. We can get this lane open. Okay.
September 20th, 2023, Toledo, Ohio. Police spot Ryan Hasselback ripping through the streets in his pickup like he's chasing a trophy at the Indy 500. Lights, sirens, doesn't matter. Ryan floors it. The chase ends in the worst way possible. He crashes into an elementary school, and not just any room, right into 8-year-old Charlie's special needs classroom. Charlie's fighting Batten disease, a rare condition that's already taken his eyesight. His room, packed with the tools he needs to learn and grow. Now, there's a truck-sized hole in the wall and $150,000 in damage. Charlie's equipment? Destroyed. Ryan had no clue what kind of heartbreak he caused as officers dragged him from the wreck and slapped on the cuffs. He's now facing charges for failure to comply, obstruction, and vandalism. Let's be real. If you're gonna run from the cops, maybe don't bulldoze a classroom for kids already facing uphill battles. Interstate 40, Arkansas. A silver Lexus turns I-40 into a personal racetrack, clocking 116 miles per hour and weaving like it's a video game on cheat mode. With reckless driving reports flooding in, Arkansas State Police call in the big guns. Trooper Trey Fales hits 134 miles per hour just to close the gap. The driver, Kendall Ute, tries every wild move in the book until reality hits.
J26 we're approaching at 57, normal with it. The exit speed 130, high traffic. Yeah, cruise aware.
He loses control, slams into cable barriers, and flips 15 times before the car lands upside down like a crumpled soda can. First responders find Kendall 30 yards from the wreck, unresponsive and seriously hurt. He's airlifted to Washington Regional and stabilized. Inside the twisted Lexus, weed and drug paraphernalia. On the charges list, felony fleeing, reckless driving, and more. Morale of the story? You can hit 100 on the highway, but you can't outrun gravity or the consequences. October 4th, 2020, 8 p.m., Interstate 95, Florida. Nicholas Parsco is wanted for stabbing a physician, and now he's flying down I-95 in a white Lexus, slicing through traffic at 130 miles per hour. Police light him up, but he's not stopping. Even with sirens blazing, deputies can barely keep up.
Dispatch has been located. Dispatch has been located.
Start my vehicle.
Vehicle to start my vehicle. Dispatch has been
At the Vero Beach exit, Deputy Peach tries a rolling roadblock, but ends up colliding with Parsco. Still, the chase barrels on. At the Fellsmere exit, a spike strip lands a hit, shredding a tire. Parsko's ride starts limping, but he tries one last move, cutting across the median at mile marker 158. Big mistake. Troopers hit him with a perfect pit maneuver, sending the Lexus spinning and ending it all. He's arrested on the spot and handed over to Jupiter PD, wanted for a stabbing, speeding like a maniac, and now in custody. The road may have been fast, but justice was faster. A Florida trooper spots a swerving car and moves in for a stop. On the console, a bag of white powder. Behind the wheel, a woman who looks seriously impaired. Before he can react, boom, she floors it. She's flying at 95 miles per hour, slamming brakes out of nowhere, nearly causing a wreck. She brake checks, swerves, almost loses it multiple times. The trooper stays locked in. She veers into the median, spins around, and now they're side by side. The car crashes. She's ejected and takes off on foot across the interstate. But there's nowhere to hide. The trooper tackles her to the asphalt, and backup rolls in. The suspect? 51-year-old Jana Street John. Her prize, 9 charges, including felony fleeing, DUI, third offense, and reckless driving. Moral? If your getaway plan ends with a foot race on I-75, you're not making it far. Ogemaw County, Michigan. 27-year-old Donald Wade tries to jack a car at a gas station, but the driver's packing heat and pulls a gun. Wade bolts. Not ready to quit, he finds an unlocked pickup with the keys still inside. Jackpot. He jumps in and takes off. What follows is a wild chase headed south toward Mackinac City.
Central 2936. 2926. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and stop to the 334 and do exit off the construction area. 10-4.
Central 7314, I only got one radio if you can advise guard what's going on.
10-4.
Swerving a lot.
7314, which mile mark? Yeah.
We just slow him down a little bit.
But it all comes crashing down when a trooper nails him with a pit, disabling the truck. Wade is arrested on the spot, charged with attempted carjacking, fleeing, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. Thanks to quick police action, the chaos ended fast, and the streets stayed safe. July 6th, 2024, North Little Rock, Arkansas. Trooper Calvert joins the pursuit of a red Chevy pickup creeping westbound on East Broadway at 40 miles per hour. But make no mistake, this driver's not pulling over.
Switch it south. Pit it. Match touch turn.
Approaching Broadway and Broadway.
I'll hit him again.
You're right.
2 TVI attempts fail as the suspect crosses the Broadway Bridge, heading south. But then, enter Sergeant Gabe Monroe. He lines it up and lands a textbook pit, slamming the truck into a concrete barrier like a pro.
You gotta get deep. Deep. Four. Not down. You gotta come to traffic.
I won't hit that.
Put it in the wall. What?
Officers move in fast and yank the driver, Wendell Jackson, out of the wreck and into custody. Solid teamwork, clean takedown. Another chase brought to a safe stop. Florida Highway Patrol gets a call. Wrong way driver tearing down I-75 in a stolen black Kia.
Eastbound, westbound.
Still on 75. I'm
It's still northbound on 75.
traffic.
Moderate traffic. You're on the shoulder now. We'll be slowed down so we got the pit. It will slow down, Bill. Right lane, left lane. That's inside, leaving one lane, not one.
chaos ends at a gas station, where he ditches the car and takes off on foot. He tries to jack a Jeep Cherokee. No luck. Officers swarm in and arrest him. What do they find? A loaded handgun tucked in his waistband. Hamilton County sets a perimeter and recovers another firearm nearby. Now Resuck Masters racked up a list of charges, and this wrong-way ride just earned him a one-way trip to jail. February 6th, 2024, Sebring, Florida. Jaquan Salvas Hall rockets down Sparta Road at 130 miles per hour, slicing through traffic like he's the main character in a racing game.
Continuing westbound, speeds 40 miles an hour. He's barely able to control it. Vehicle's almost DAV. Another unit up there with me. 10-4. He's not able to control it. It keeps going in oncoming traffic. I get a chance to take him out.
He nearly causes multiple crashes, but the deputy isn't letting this slide. One hard hit to the Dodge, and boom, the car spins out. Hall jumps out, drops to the ground, but refuses to follow commands. Officers move in and take him into custody. He's now facing charges for reckless driving, fleeing, and assault on an officer. This chase, a high-speed reminder of just how quickly things can go from fast to felony. June 10th, 2024, Highway 253. At 4:30 p.m., a gray Kia is spotted driving like it owns the road, swerving recklessly on Highway 253. An officer tries to pull it over, but the driver hits the gas and bolts south. After a few miles, the pursuit ends with precision. A clean TVI sends the Kia off the road. Inside, driver Hargett and passenger Wilson. A search reveals meth, syringes, and more meth hidden in Wilson's bra. During the chase, the Kia sideswiped an SUV, and that driver was sent to Mercy Hospital. Hargett and Wilson were booked at SSCAD Key without further incident. Drugs, a crash, and a failed getaway. Turns out crime doesn't ride well in a Kia. June 20th, 2024. St. Lucie County, Florida. Trooper Elvis Nolasco spots a white Mercedes cruising the Florida Turnpike. A quick plate check reveals trouble. Suspended license, tags under seizure. Time to pull him over? Not exactly. Instead, 28-year-old Derek Taylor Jr. punches it, blasting down the left shoulder at over 80 miles per hour and kicking off a wild chase.
White Mercedes four-door. Hitting the shoulder at the northbound at the 149, passing traffic. Speed's currently 84 miles per hour. Traffic is heavy, light rain. He's still on the left shoulder. Currently passing the 150 and a half. Traffic is moderate. Speed 98 miles per hour. At the 152, getting off the 152.
But it's not just about speed. That car's loaded with drugs. Oxy, MDMA, weed, and cocaine. Taylor and his passenger, William Woods, weave through town and back onto the highway, thinking they've got an escape plan. Wrong. Nolasco and crew line up a perfect pit maneuver, taking the car down clean. Both suspects are arrested. The drugs, recovered. The charges, stacked. Possession, fleeing, and reckless driving. Lesson: if your trunk looks like a mobile pharmacy, maybe don't outrun the cops.
Get in the car, get up.
Chester, South Carolina. Small town, big drama. Police pull over 51-year-old Eric Bernard. Seems calm at first, until he slams the gas and kicks off a high-speed chase that ends in a crash.
Go on. To the bypass. Right on. Ashford Street, head north-south.
1050.
In his truck, 112 grams of fentanyl and 56 grams of meth. But wait, it gets crazier. On July 15th, 2023, while being transported to prison, Bernard escapes custody, carjacks 2 people, and jumps into a stolen blue Camaro. Now we're in rural Wisconsin, with Bernard dodging spike strips and driving into oncoming traffic like he's invincible.
642.
Then, out of nowhere, the Camaro slows down and stops on a highway ramp. Why? OnStar shut it down remotely after the real owner reported it stolen. Officers move in, guns drawn. Bernard, the same guy who just terrorized 2 states, breaks down in tears. But don't be fooled. Earlier that same day, he'd already stolen a van, crashed it, and injured someone. Now he's cuffed to a hospital bed facing a mountain of charges: carjacking, battery on an officer, reckless endangerment, and up to 40 years behind bars. Let's hope this time he doesn't find another exit.
All right, we're gonna keep lethal. We'll move nice and slow, boys. Yep.
Valentine's Day special. A trooper spots a shiny new Yukon with paper tags, and the driver's not interested in small talk. He floors it and vanishes around a bend.
So I found a paper tag of Tango Whiskey Hotel. Yo! He's taking off.
The trooper loses him, briefly, but at the next intersection, boom, there he is. The chase dives into a residential neighborhood, the suspect weaving through like he's got a plan, until he turns down a dead-end road. Trooper flips around and stays locked in.
Left on single tree. Right on. Oh, he's in somebody's yard. He's spinning out. I'm gonna box him in.
Even with a shredded front tire, the suspect keeps going, throwing sparks like a 4th of July show. But you can't outrun a trooper with patience. They box him in and arrest him while he clutches something suspicious in his hand. His name? Unknown. His charges? Unreleased. But one thing's for sure. He spent Valentine's Day with cold steel, not roses. March 4th, 2024, I-75, Florida. FHP Trooper Sierra spots a white Dodge Charger with blacked-out windows. Suspicious enough, but when he flips the lights, the driver floors it and bolts for the nearest exit. That driver? Tobias Cody, who gets right back on I-75 and punches it past 120 miles per hour, weaving through traffic like he's in a getaway movie.
Thank you.
Trooper Skier stays locked in. Then Trooper Prosper joins the chase, and at first it looks like he crashes. But nope, that move ends the pursuit. Right there. When the dust settles, both Tobias and his passenger, Roosevelt Williams, are cuffed and charged with aggravated fleeing, battery, and property damage. Cops also find weed and a loaded handgun in the car. Fast car, fast choices, and a hard stop. Not exactly a win for Team Charger. July 12th, 2023. Arkansas, 2 Teslas, 1 highway, and 1 very bad idea. Street racing at over 90 miles per hour straight toward an Arkansas state trooper. They split around his cruiser. One on the left, one on the right. The one on the right, gone. But the left, that Tesla was just fast enough to make it interesting. It took the trooper 90 seconds to catch up, a lifetime in a high-speed pursuit. But backup was ready. Up ahead, spike strips. Clean hit. Now, spike strips don't pop tires instantly. They slowly deflate to avoid blowouts. But even on 4 spiked tires, this Tesla kept pushing until traction ran out. That's when the trooper moved in with a pit.
Yeah, somebody spiked him. He's still in the rider.
Go 40 on the shoulder. He's go 40.
I got it, busting that tire.
A few close calls later, boom, perfect spin out. Chase over. The driver? He'd paid his cousin $500 to rent the Tesla for a birthday road trip to Dallas. Instead, he's spending it behind bars, charged with reckless driving, aggravated assault, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. Moral of the story? This is why they don't rent to people under 25. Meet the grappler. Forget just pit maneuvers and spike strips. Cops have another secret weapon, the grappler. It's like a lasso for your tires. A heavy-duty strap shoots out from the front of a patrol car, grabs the suspect's rear wheel, and locks it up instantly. No spin-outs, no high-speed crashes, just a clean, controlled stop. It's safer than a pit, more precise than spikes, and quickly becoming one of the smartest tools in law enforcement's arsenal. December 26, 2023, Hollywood, California. The day after Christmas, 2 teens in a stolen Camaro take off through Hollywood like it's Grand Theft Auto Holiday Edition. But the LAPD had a present of their own, the grappler. One smooth deployment, and the runaway muscle car was locked down instantly. Turns out these teenage carjackers didn't get the ride they wanted for Christmas, so they tried stealing one. Lesson learned? Santa brings gifts. Cops bring grapplers. Iowa County, one of Estonia's 15 counties and normally as quiet as a library, went full-action movie when a drunk driver decided to show off. Around 10 p.m., officers spotted him tearing down rural lanes, swerving through villages like he owned the place. Sirens blared, but he only punched the gas harder. Backup units set up spike strips across the road. One well-timed deployment and snap, the driver's tires deflated like balloons. No more joyride. He coasted to a stop, stumbled out, and realized his party trick just landed him in a lot of trouble. High-speed trouble from the sky. Kevin thought he could outrun the cops, even with a helicopter tracking his every move. He's flying down the highway at over 100 miles per hour, making spike strip timing nearly impossible. First set, he dodges it, then he fakes an exit, trying to lose them. But the eye in the sky doesn't blink. A second spike strip finally lands, and Kevin's ride starts dying fast.
Did you guys hit him or not?
No.
On to Saxon. Okay, he's not going westbound. He's either going eastbound or he's going to continue.
15 under I-4.
Yeah, he's continuing westbound. He's not taking the exit onto Saxon. Okay, he's in the on-ramp to I-4 right there.
Good job.
Okay, continuing west, increasing speed. Weaving in and out of traffic now. Outside lane.
They've got the information. We don't know who's en route yet.
Okay, he's spinning out, guys. Looks like his tire just went out. He's just lost control. He's off to the median.
62 Central, he's signal forward. Press, you need to be behind hard curve. He's driving like an idiot. Air 1, call it. He's on the radio. Air 1, come up to us. Where's he at?
Still center lane. He's in the flat land here. He's a couple miles from the bridge. He appears to have it under control mostly. It got a slight weave in it, but he's still center lane westbound. Looks like normal speed almost. All right, he's off. He's off again, spinning. He's off. He's in the water. In the water, right hand side.
Units are covering each other. Air 1, car into the water.
Affirmative. He's off to the right in the water. He's in the ditch. They have not exited yet. Door's open, but he has not exited.
Alright guys, just out the bail, get our cover.
Okay, you have one white male coming out the driver's side.
Still, he pushes it, swerving like crazy, until he loses control and launches straight into a swamp. Officers move in and arrest him on the spot. Reckless driving, no license, resisting arrest. His passenger? Let go. She was just along for the worst Uber ride of her life. Pro tip, you can't fake out a helicopter.
Keep the flow! Dad, stop!
When shoplifting goes full chaos, LaQuandra Borden could have walked away with just a fine after getting caught shoplifting over $2,000 worth of goods at Walmart. But instead, she turned a petty theft into a prison sentence. Police stopped LaQuandra and her friend Chastity Stokes outside the store. Everything seemed calm until LaQuandra asked to grab something from her car. That something was the gas pedal. She floored it, a shot was fired, and the chase was on.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Put in park! Put in park! Put in park! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
Even with a bullet wound, LaQuandra kept driving like a woman possessed, swerving through traffic and nearly taking out other cars.
County 564, just get a unit from Walmart here. Here, can you please?
strips finally shredded her tires and ended the madness. Now, she's doing 7 years behind bars. All she had to do was hand the stuff back. Instead, she hit fast forward on her freedom.
Now you just had a wreck. Look out! Break glass, break glass, break glass! Get out the car! Get out! Get out! Stop! Tires are flat! Stop! Stop!
Peach County, Georgia. Meet Sierra Hibbert, 24 years old and possibly the least cooperative person in Peach County history. After slipping free from officers, she leads them on a wild chase. Stop sticks shred her tires, but she still won't stop.
You stay here? Yeah. She's not gonna make the car. Go. Didn't want to do that. Help over here. I got you.
Sir.
Ma'am. We got it.
I know I'm buckled, sir. I know I'm buckled, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it, sir.
You just tried 10 people.
No, I didn't, sir.
Alex, push back.
No. Sir, stop. Sir! I didn't do it. Stop. You have... No. Why have you done... Stop. Stop. I didn't do it.
It won't fit. It won't fit. Get it. Make it fit.
Stop. I did not do it. I did not do whatever you guys are talking about.
Cops box her in and drag her out, and she's got plenty to say. But the real shocker? There was a toddler in the backseat the entire time. While officers made sure the child was safe, Sierra kept insisting she didn't do anything. Maybe the car drove itself?
Yes, you did. You almost killed 3 people. How? What did I do? Don't even ask how. How? You killed 3 people.
You put her in my car. Yeah.
Let's rewind that body cam footage one more time.
Break glass, break glass, break glass. Get out the car. Get out. Get out. Stop. Tires are flat. Stop. 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 Move. She's not gonna make the car. Go.
In the end, she's hauled off to county jail. Charges? Not officially listed, but you can bet on reckless driving, child endangerment, and maybe even assault with a deadly weapon. Moral of the story? If you're gonna flee, maybe don't bring a toddler along for the ride. I-4, Florida. Two cars light up Interstate 4 like it's a racetrack. An eye-popping orange Mustang and a sleek white Porsche Panamera weaving through traffic and blasting past 120 miles per hour. What started as a joyride turned into a full-on pursuit. To everyone's surprise, the Mustang driver wised up, pulled over, and surrendered. But the Porsche? Not so much. That driver stomped the gas and vanished into the night. For a second, it looked like the trooper was lining up a pit, but at those speeds, and with traffic everywhere, it would have been chaos. So they waited, and when the highway finally cleared, the trap was set. Officers closed in, boxing him in, almost, but the Porsche peeled away last second, slipping through with inches to spare. He blasted back up the highway, but troopers stayed on him. Eventually, he took an exit into rural roads. No traffic, no distractions, and that's when officers made their move. Hard stop, pinned in, game over. Both men were arrested, though details remain tight. One thing's for sure, street racing might feel like a thrill, but it only takes one wrong move to turn the ride of your life into a crash course in reality. June 27th, 2023, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It started with a 911 call. Reckless driver tearing through Pine Bluff like he owned the road. By the time Sergeant Preston caught up, it was clear. Casey had no plans to stop. He blew past another trooper on the shoulder, kicking off a dangerous two-unit pursuit. But this wasn't just speeding. Casey was swerving through lanes like a pinball, showing zero regard for anyone's safety. With the situation spiraling fast, Sergeant Preston took the lead, waiting for the right moment to shut it down. Then, opportunity. Casey's Lincoln loses traction and spins out, screeching to a stop. Officers close in, weapons drawn. Casey's pulled out and cuffed without a fight. No drugs, no weapons, no clear reason why he ran, just reckless choices and a ruined night. Instead of sleeping in his bed, Casey ended up behind bars, all because he chose chaos over common sense. March 29th, 2024, Sunrise, Florida. When people run from the cops, it's usually for something serious, warrants, drugs, maybe worse. But Jacqueline Maxon, she rewrote the script. Miami-Dade officers spotted her zigzagging through traffic like she was late for a NASCAR audition. Lights flipped on, but Jacqueline hit the gas. She squeezed through traffic gaps like it was a video game, but Florida gridlock had other plans.
Pull over right now.
right now. BMW, pull over right now. Tag's going to be November Golf X-ray Alpha 96.
In a moment of pure panic, she pulled up right behind a cop car, accidentally boxing herself in. But she wasn't done, somehow slipping past another cruiser and launching a multi-county chase.
94 miles an hour express. On the overpass for Hollywood now. We got a plane, we got a plane, we got a plane.
Officers finally got into position and dropped a risky pit maneuver that spun her car out hard, crashing into 2, maybe 3 vehicles. Miraculously, no one was seriously hurt. But then came the question, why run? Her answer, she was late for church. Now she's facing charges for reckless driving, fleeing, and resisting arrest, all because she couldn't be late to pray. Moral of the story? You can miss a sermon, but you can't miss court.
Okay, listen real quick. I know it was stupid. But let me ask you, why?
I don't know. I just wanted to go fast.
You just wanted to go fast, and you didn't want to stop for the troopers.
I just knew I was going to be in a lot of trouble.
You knew what?
I knew I was going to be in a lot of trouble.
You didn't know?
No, I knew I was going to be in a lot of trouble. I just wanted to go home, and the troopers can talk with my stepdad, and I can go to my Easter service, and that's all I wanted to do today.
Easter service?
It's Good Friday.
You volunteer for church?
Not right now.
Not right now? Okay. You want me to move your hair out of your face? What?
My left wrist is really hurting right now.
Alright, step out so I can adjust it.
November 9th, 2023, Florida Turnpike. Florida Highway Patrol gets the call. Pursuit in progress. 4 suspects just looted $2,500 worth of merchandise from a Kohl's in Homestead and took off in a speeding U-Haul van. Inside, Jamal Stennett, McCall Wilson, Sheikah Gordon, and Norbert Ball, all in their 30s, and all thinking they'd pulled off the perfect smash and dash. Their plan? Park the U-Haul in the emergency lane, load up with clothes and shoes, and make a fast exit. McCall and Sheikah stood watch while Stennett and Norbert piled up carts like it was Black Friday. But the moment they tried to leave, officers closed in. Instead of giving up, McCall floored it in reverse and slammed straight into a squad car. Game on.
Still at 90, 83 miles per hour. Pit.
The chase roared north up the turnpike until Corporal Sierra swooped in with precision. One perfect pit maneuver later, the U-Haul was spinning out, and it was game over. All four were arrested, but McCall, he's facing extra heat, fleeing, battery on an officer, and reckless driving. All this for some shoes and clearance rack shirts. They risked years of freedom for a haul that wasn't even worth the receipt. April 25th, 2019, Floral City, Florida. Meet Travis Lovett, a man who just couldn't stay away from trouble. Fresh out of jail in 2017, and by 2019, he was already back on the run. This time he's behind the wheel of a stolen pickup, and when Citrus County deputies try to stop him, Travis responds by trying to run them over. That's when Florida Highway Patrol steps in, and things go off-road fast. With dirt flying and chaos unfolding, Travis dodges two near crashes and pulls a high-risk maneuver that almost causes a major wreck with the pursuing officer. But desperation doesn't win chases. Travis eventually loses control, crashes hard, and is ejected from the vehicle. Miraculously, he survives, and once he's out of the hospital, he's hit with a stack of charges. 2 counts of aggravated assault and 3 counts of attempted homicide on a police officer. 1 for each shot he fired during the chase. Final result? Travis Lovett gets 50 years in state prison. One last ride. That cost him half a lifetime. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at The Interceptor. From wild chases to full-throttle takedowns, the action doesn't let up. If you're into speed, sirens, and non-stop intensity, hit that subscribe button and stay locked in. The chaos is just getting started.